So, what happens during the Roseland Festival?
Oh, we have 2 weeks of an amazing programme. We were called in one magazine eclectic and quirky, which was rather a compliment. We have music, drama, an arts festival, arts exhibitions, all sorts of things going on. Afternoons and evenings, nothing in the morning this year, but we try and appeal to all sorts of tastes.
Blue skies do I see. Blue days, all of them gone. Nothing but blue skies from now on. Never saw the sun shining so bright. Never saw things going so right. Noticing the days hurrying by. Wondering love, oh how they've gone.
Quota is the amount of fish that the scientists think is acceptable to take out from a fishery. So, haddock fisheries, we can have 30,000 tonnes of haddock coming out from Area 7. So the quota is the allocation, the TAC, the total allowable catch. And quota is the current management tool for fisheries. But as I mentioned earlier, quota actually doesn't protect fish, it just protects the landing of the fish.
Well, in many ways we help the local community by booking different venues. We use the smaller village halls. This year we're using Portscatho Chapel, which hasn't really been used much for other events other than church services for many, many years. And that chapel is in danger of closing. So this is one way we can help that church keep on going.
The Owl and the Pussycat. The Owl and the Pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea-green boat. They took some honey and plenty of money wrapped up in a £5 note. The Owl looked up to the stars above and sang to a small guitar. Oh, lovely pussy, oh, pussy, my love, what a beautiful pussy you are. You are, you are, what a beautiful pussy you are.
No stir in the air, no stir in the sea. The ship was as still as she could be. Her sails from heaven received no motion. Her keel was steady on the ocean. Without either sign or sound of their shock, the waves flowed over the Inchcape Rock. So little they rose, so little they fell, they did not move the Inchcape bell.
I wish I lived in a caravan with a horse to drive like the peddler man. Where he comes from nobody knows, or where he goes to, but on he goes. His caravan has windows too, and a chimney of tin that the smoke comes through. He has a wife with a baby brown, and they go riding from town to town.
"Is there anybody there?" said the traveller, knocking on the moonlit door, and his horse in the silence champed the grasses of the forest's ferny floor, and a bird flew up out of the turret above the traveller's head, and he smote upon the door again a second time. "Is there anybody there?" he said, but no one descended to the traveller.
Heart's wild ostinato beats a sudden 7/4, the earth jars on its axis and the silent landscapes roar. But on the bus you smile and smile and hug the furtive tight, and all the world is suddenly ablaze with April light, and pigeons' wings beat in your blood, and everything is right. You lock the door, hang the key behind the jotter pad, creep upstairs in silence, past dull, dozing mum and dad, and enter in your diary. Kiss Linda. Not bad.
The idea is it's a short film, as you pointed. It's also a bit of a rude film as well.
Nobody has been shocked.
It's kind of a bit of a rude comedy, and it's about artificial insemination and what could happen in a small community. So the basis of it is...
I want to leave now.
So, in order to get Ben down here, we were talking about ideas, and I just went down here, and Ben was working with a comedian who was writing for BBC Three and actually one of the BBC comedy stars.
My sperm donor was the best. He's 6'4".
Thank you.
And he's a physicist and a keen basketball player, and he dabbles in botany and freelance pharmacy. Which I've only just realised is a euphemism for drug dealer, but still, small businessman.
Since when are you 6'4" and a physicist?
The nurse was new. I got carried away.
Get on a plane. See some of the world.
No, it sounds dreadful.
Oh yeah. Much worse than being a vessel for your own brother's seed.
So I was talking about the Bible corner and how it was different, and one of the comedy writers, I think there was some story about artificial insemination in a small community in Iceland or somewhere, and that had gone quite wrong quite quickly. So it was kind of a combination of those two ideas and those two worlds.